verse 13.
13.
Because I want to go into that judgment thing, because, you know, through per scripture, the Most High don't like destroying our people. He don't like it. And this scripture is to confirm that, but he has to do it to admonish us, to make us realize that we need to change as a people. That we got to keep the commandments because he chose us to be great. He set that standard upon us and only us. Now, I could understand if he put that standard upon all the nations, but he didn't. He put that one specific standard upon us to keep, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, who are the real Jews according to the Bible.
And then I think that's where the fear of the Most High comes in, with the judgment. If you see someone else getting judged, you wouldn't want to go through that same thing.
Right.
But like, you know.
Let's get that.
This is the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 1 and verse 13. For Yahweh made not death, neither had the Yahweh made not death, neither had he pleasure in the destruction of the living.
See, he said he don't have pleasure in destroying the living. He don't like when he gotta use death as a last resort weapon for you to change, or he has to delete you off the face of the earth because you're just a horrible virus. Read on.
For he created all things that they might have their that they might have their being.
They have their being, their place in doing certain things that the Most High have them ordained to do. Read on.
And the generation of the world were healthful. And there is no poison of destruction in them, nor the kingdom of death upon the earth.
Nor kingdom of death was supposed to be on us. Read on.
For righteousness is immortal.
For what?
For righteousness is immortal.
For righteousness is immortal. For us, when we keep the law, statute, and commandments, we gain a certain level of immortality or invincibility, because we are using the wisdom that is God sent, and we're using it in a God sent way, which will protect us because we are dealing with the King of Kings, the gods of gods, the God that uses the earth as his footstool. If you're doing everything what God is requiring you or asking you to do, why should he let any threat or anything come to harm you?
That's Ecclesiastes 8:5. Right? He that feareth the Lord shall fear no evil thing.
Shall feel no evil thing.
That's right.
But because we decided to go the other way, death had to be installed into the system of the way of our life.
Right.
Death is part of the system of the way of our life because we decided to say, I'm not going to dwell with the righteousness, aka the immortality and wisdom of God, but I'm going to use the wisdom of the world, which brought us death.
Right.
Which brought us the destruction of death. Crazy word, but let's read on.
Salah. Verse 16. But ungodly men with their works and words call it to them.
Read that again.
But ungodly men.
For ungodly men, wicked brothers, wicked sisters. Read on.
With their works and words call it to them. For when they taught to have it their friend, they consumed to naught.
They wasn't supposed to deal with this stuff. Read on.
And made a covenant with it. Because they are worthy to take part with it.
So we still trying to find that righteous path, man. We still walking that righteous path. But the Most High had to chastise us. Let me get Wisdom of Solomon chapter 2, and let me get verse 4.
Wisdom of Solomon chapter 2 and verse 4. And our name shall be forgotten in time, and no man shall have our works in remembrance.
Wisdom of Solomon chapter 2 verse 4. Let me see. Hold on 1 second. Salah. Let me see. Wisdom of Solomon 2. Oh, Salah 3. Salah. Wisdom of Solomon chapter 3 and verse 4. Let me get the book of Wisdom of Solomon chapter 3 and verse 4.
3 and 4?
Yeah.
This is the book of Wisdom of Solomon chapter 3 verse 4. For though they be punished in the sight of men.
Though we were punished in the sight of men, though we were cast down into slavery, though we were brought down to a lower state, we would call ourselves niggas, porch monkeys, coons, and coons. Read on, Salah.
Yet is their hope full of immortality.
Yet there's hope for righteousness' sake. Read on.
Come on. Verse 5. And having been a little chastised.
And having been a little chastised, because we've been chastised. We've gone through the chastening. We've gone through the 400 years of slavery. Now it's time for us to read these scriptures and come back to life and come back to our immortality, AKA the righteousness of God, AKA the words of God. Read on.
Come on. They shall be greatly rewarded.
We shall be greatly rewarded. And what is that great reward? We shall enter into the kingdom of heaven. We shall see the land of milk and honey.
We spoke to that sister before.
Come on. We will come on, we will go into the land of the milk and honey, the land of our forefathers. Who don't want that? Who don't want the waters that taste as sweet as Meribah? Who doesn't want that? But we have to get right. We have to change. Like I was saying for Jay Cinco, we have to look ourselves in the mirror and say, we gotta be better each and every day. And we gotta read these scriptures because this was inherited by our forefathers. Why not get the game that our forefathers have had? Why not get the game of Wisdom of Solomon? Why not get the game of Samson? Why not get the game of King David and how they moved? And Paul and them and how they moved? Even Christ himself, how he moved. They gave us the blueprint. All we got to do is follow. That's it.